up on our program today, an organisation that's helping aspiring soldiers. And we look at a new book that's all about challenging the status quo. Hello everyone and welcome to Asia Downunder. An ugly fungus is staining the reputation of New Zealand's timber exports, but a young scientist's research may help provide the forestry industry with a cost-effective solution to a rather costly problem. Karambury finds out how.
Pine trees were introduced to New Zealand in the late 1800s and have since helped create a timber export industry valued at more than $1 billion today. Japan, China and Korea are some of the biggest importers of New Zealand pine wood. But timber trade with these countries is endangered by an expensive problem, the sap stain fungus. Chemically treating the fungus costs an estimated $100 million annually.
Forestry is one of New Zealand's largest exports, and each year the plantation industry spends millions of dollars on treating logs of timber for the sap stain fungus.
The first thing about sap stain is that it starts in ideal conditions. In summer it starts growing within 3 days. So if you don't control it after that point, you have it inside your log and you can't get rid of it. Discoloration of the logs starts like this. So it starts growing in from the outside, starting to grow in like this, and eventually it starts looking like this. This discoloration doesn't allow the boards that are milled to be nice and clean. So people using radiata for furniture making, for argument's sake, don't get a nice clean board. It's a real problem if we're exporting logs. Once it's in the log, it continues to grow.
Dr. Tripti Singh has been studying the problem, and after 5 years of research, she may have just found a solution.
Currently in New Zealand, sap stain is being controlled using nasty chemical, which is doing a lot of damage to our environment, our green image of New Zealand. So using a benign method could only do better to our environment, our image.
Combining trichoderma, a common mold, and chitosan derived from crustaceans, Tripti's solution deprives the fungus of nutrition and prevents its growth. So far, trials have had success in the lab, but whether it will work in the field is yet to be seen.
Sometimes we can really get excited that, yeah, it's working in the lab, it might not work in the field. So we have to be wary, so we can't just afford to be too excited about it. But, I mean, I guess the theory is there, so it should work.
Field trials will start later this year, and the timber industry is already looking forward to the results.
It's a great thing if we can apply that research and we can stop the sap stain with no chemicals, then we're a lot further down the road of being able to get good quality logs overseas. It all comes down to cost, obviously. Anything that can stop this type of discoloration definitely helps the industry.
And consumer globally is demanding for high environmental and social responsibility. We're really trying to fulfill the consumer's demand. Like a white color fungi grows on wood, would that be a problem?
In recognition of the potential of her product, Tripti has been named runner-up at the McDiarmid Young Scientist of the Year Awards.
Oh, the first thing when I received the call, it was, wow. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm really delighted to be recognized by New Zealand science community.
It's just great that we've got people who have this sort of calibre of research, and that they're women as well. And Tripti in particular is both a woman, and she was originally an immigrant to New Zealand, so it really is, yeah, all good things.
Tripti hopes her research will help protect and nurture one of New Zealand's most precious natural resources, radiata pine.
I have always been drawn to nature and what nature brings to mankind. We are working to achieve a goal, and the science mantra is to work hard and try to understand the basic science and then try to think how it can be applied. And this work trying to protect the wood using benign method is a continuous exploration of that aspect.
With a natural solution to the sap stain problem, a brighter future for the timber industry may be just around the corner.